Good morning, and I just wanted to pop in here midweek to give you guys a little update what's going on. I'm Abby, and this is Haymaker Haven Homestead, and if you enjoy this video, you should like it and subscribe for more. But it is March 18th, the day after St. Patrick's Day, and last week I spent the majority of the week gone. I visited my boyfriend at college for 3 days to bring him home for spring break, and then I was working, babysitting overnight for 4 days. So I kind of just needed to spend a day getting my life back in order. I had loads of laundry that needed to be done. My room was a mess. So here we are. I spent the majority of today cleaning up my room. I still am not done. I still need to fold my laundry and finish cleaning up. There's some stuff out in the hallway that needs to be moved. Not in the hallway, it needs to go somewhere else. But just popping in here. Two main things that I want to show you guys today. So first of all, if you can see behind me, I have some lovely shelves. This is the Tiller and Row H shelf walk-in greenhouse, and if you can't tell, I do not have the plastic part on, and this is only what I have up is only like half of it. So normally this shelf would be double-sided and it would have equal shelves on either side, and it would only go up to here, and then it would have like the actual green, like the house part on top, and then you would put the cover on top of it. But I wanted a little bit of extra space, and whenever I go to actually put it together for outside, I can just pull it apart. They're super easy to put together. I have one that's a different brand, but I'm guessing it's exactly the same. They look the same. So I have two that are smaller. They're only like one segment wide. I have two of those, and now I have this one. This one was $75.99. So I set that up today. I'm not going to be using it today. I will, however, be using it soon. I have my overwintered pepper plants at the house that I nanny at. They're there right now, and I need to bring them back here and set them up. I'm probably going to just water them and fertilize them. There's some little weeds growing in there, so I'll have to like take those out. But I think I'm just going to water them and fertilize them, and hopefully we will start seeing some new growth and see if the experiment worked. But I wanted to set them up because I had the time to do so today, and I will need to be using the shelves soon because my plants are growing. So I have my peppers here. I will say these 3 peppers, I bought them this year. They're the snacking peppers, are doing phenomenal. They came up literally in less time than the packet said, and they're doing great. I will probably separate these out into 2 different ones eventually. These ones are not doing good. They were old seeds. I don't even think that I got a cayenne pepper last year, so maybe just the batch of seeds was bad, but if you can't tell, they're like pathetic. So that is that. And then I have my snapdragons back there. I will say my snapdragons from Botanical Interest are looking much nicer and healthier, and these ones over here aren't looking great. I mean, they're looking great, but there's just not a lot of them. But again, if you remember, there weren't nearly as many seeds in there, so that could be part of it. I do have this like algae stuff growing on top, but it's not seeming to do anything bad to the plants, so I haven't done anything. Today I planted some broccoli seeds. I need to label these before I forget. I planted some broccoli seeds, and then here is my celery, and then some lavender back there. But if you remember me making the video where I planted these, I planted some celery seed, like the herb. I just moved this because this whole 6 segment was a different one, and it was the only one that had grown, so I moved it. But I do have 2 that are growing here, and if you can tell by these 2, they are kind of a different shape. So these ones are, the leaf on this one is more pointy and this one is more rounded. So I am wondering if, I literally didn't look anything up about it. I just thought that it would be a cool experiment, so I did it. But I'm wondering if there are different varieties of celery grown for either eating or for the seeds, like for culinary use. So we will see how that goes. They're looking pretty good so far. And then I also have my snapdragons down here. This was the rest of those botanical interest ones. And then these are the ones that I saved from last year. These are not looking great. They're looking pretty leggy, but that is my fault. I did not have them under a grow light until today. My other grow light had been at the place where my pepper plants were. So they don't look great, but I'm hoping that having them under the grow light, they will start to do a little bit better. And then hopefully I will be able to repot them so I'm not taking up a whole tray for just a small amount. And then here I just planted a bunch of peppers. One of these is half Carnival Blend bell peppers, and then the other half is California Wonder, and then the other one is some hot peppers, so jalapenos, cayennes, and those I like triple seeded, because if you can't tell, the other ones did not do great. So I'm hoping that maybe I will get 1 per cell, but I'm also not counting on it. So that is where those things are at. And the last thing, the reason that I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to show you guys my new products that I just bought from Azure Standard. And if you use my code that I will link down below, you will be supporting me directly. It doesn't cost you anything, but I would really appreciate it. And also there is a code that will help you if you are a new Azure customer. You get, I think it's 15% off your first order over $100. So it's pretty good. But what Azure Standard is, I've talked about them before, is a online grocery store that is kind of is like a co-op. But the thing that I love about Azure Standard more than anything else is that it is not subscription based. I hate food services that are subscription based, or just any services like that I'm not going to use on a regular basis. We do like a big Azure order like every 3 months, and then we do maybe a small one every like 1 out of the other 2 months. So I doubt that we'll do anything this month, but we might if we have a real need for it. But I got a few things. We got some flour downstairs, and then we got a big case of butter, but that's not super important. And the thing that I'm excited about, there are 2 things. Number 1 is these pamphlets and little business cards. So obviously I'm trying to share on here because I'm an affiliate of them, but I find myself talking to people about it, and these are going to be really helpful to just have on hand, to just give to people so that they know what Azure Standard is. I also forgot to mention Azure Standard is specializes in high quality organic bulk products. So they don't only sell organic, they don't only sell bulk, but that is their specialty. So it's just a nice little pamphlet here, and then just the business cards have their website on them, and then on the back it has a place for me to write my share code, which I will share for you guys down below. But they make them super accessible. These were 1 penny each. And they only put them on there so that, like, I don't know why they're 1 penny. But I guess they need to charge something. So they were 1 penny each, I believe. Maybe I'm crazy. No, I think that's right. And then the sale flyer. I am not someone personally who loves to just look through flyers like this, but especially because I kind of know what I want usually. But they're really great for when you just want to look at something. There's just some articles and stuff in here, but then once you get to the middle, it has new and on sale. So this is like their sale guide. And then here, because it's the spring, they have their garden glossary, or their garden stuff. So all the different plants and such that they're selling. So it's nice. I don't really look through mine all that much, but sometimes I'll give it to my mom for her to look through because she never really knows what she wants to buy from here. So the thing that I'm really looking forward to that I have been using is these supplements. Now, if you know me, and if you've ever talked to me about supplements, you will know I, for the longest time, was very against supplements. And still to this day, most conventional supplements, I think, honestly, are complete crap. And I know that some people in my family, if they're watching this, they very much disagree with me, but that is my own personal opinion. A lot of them are synthetic, lab-made vitamins and minerals that they're giving you. And more importantly than that, they are not bioavailable. So I will look up the definition of bioavailability, but essentially the idea is how easily your body can process and digest it. So if you talk to anyone who lives in upstate New York, they would say that they do not get enough sun because it is not super sunny here all the time. And unless you're spending hours and hours and hours outside, you will not have enough sun. So you're supposed to take a vitamin D supplement. And a lot of times they are synthetic and your body is not physically able to absorb them versus something like cod liver oil. So this is a real food supplement. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's oil from the liver of a codfish from Alaska. And it is encased in a gel, bovine gelatin, glycerin, and purified water. So it is a real food, and it's not really something that we would just eat all that much, but it's a much more bioavailable form of vitamin D. It also has some other things in it, like vitamin A and omega-3 fatty acids, stuff like that. So it's a really great supplement. I have been listening to a podcast from Kyla Smook. I love that podcast. It's literally my favorite podcast ever. I think that every girl ever should listen to this podcast. Girl, woman, anything. Should listen to it. It's phenomenal. And she just recently did one on supplements, and she kind of changed my view on them. And we were kind of the same in that for a while we were both really against supplements, but we cannot deny that our food is not the quality that it used to be. And so adding some things in that are not completely fake food can be helpful. And also, like, when you take like a vitamin C supplement, if you wonder why your pee comes out like neon yellow, it's because your body cannot absorb most of it, and so you're peeing most of it out. So I would encourage you to do some research on bioavailability and what that means. I know that some people just look at it and say, well, all supplements are equal. And I do not think that that's true, but to each their own. So I started taking cod liver oil. I'm taking 3 of these a day. And then these are beef organs. You can get like raw beef organs. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day I will be. I know that it's much more cost effective than to buy these encapsulated, but they are really great, you know, just normal pills. And I'm going to be totally honest. I've only been taking them for 3 days, all of these things. I've only been taking them for 3 days, and I haven't noticed a huge difference, which if you've ever taken supplements before, the one thing that they say is they take a while, or they might take a while. So I'm not super like worried that they aren't going to work, but it just might take a bit of time. And then this last one is Shilajit. Kyla also has a really great podcast on Shilajit and the benefits of it. I would like to eventually get to a place where I can take the actual sap or like a different form of this, because having it in the dry powder form in a pill is not necessarily the best for you. So that is it. I've been taking those. My mom also gave me this. It's moringa. She just heard about it, and it was kind of like she ordered some and they sent her too many, and so she gave them to me, and I've just been taking them. But it's just a greens supplement, I think. So that is it. I just wanted to share that with you. Again, I hope you enjoyed this little video here today. I hope that you will like and subscribe. I hope that you will check out Azure Standard, and you can use my code down below. It will be the first thing in the description box. And also I will link to Kyla's podcast, because it is great and I really love it. So that is all. I hope you have a good day. Bye.